Now, this pandemic has forced a lot of businesses to revamp the way we do business, and medicine is no exception. Now, doctors have a new free telemedicine platform to help those patients. And joining us live is Alan Bott-Torf. He's the co-founder of Teledactyl. Alan, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Now, Alan, telemedicine is now the new norm. So can you tell us why?
Well, I don't know if it's really the new norm. I think it's really how we change or how we think about changing the healthcare delivery. The concept of telemedicine has been around since the early 1920s. In fact, that's how Teledactyl got its name. In 1925, a visionary named Mr. Gerbach said we'd be able to treat patients over airwaves and television. So the birth of Teledactyl, the name is there. So. But what you're seeing now is you're seeing a significant uptake this year with the COVID-19, and I believe it's the reason why before it wasn't widely accepted was because there was not really a reimbursement strategy or a payment plan that was put into that for telemedicine visits, so they were kind of limited. And but patients we're seeing are very, very happy. They like to be seen where they are. Even the seniors, the Medicare patients, they like to be able to save. They like to stay safe, and they actually want to not compromise their immune system. So the key is to find the right balance and have the right telemedicine platform, because not all telemedicine platforms are the same.
And you mentioned this was happening before the pandemic, but we want to ask you, where do you see this telemedicine going in the future?
Great question. 95% of the doctors from the studies have been negatively impacted financially, and nearly 20% of those have gone out of business. Obviously, this is bad for the doctor, it's bad for the employees, and it's also bad for the patients. So as we shift and we start seeing over the years people being more comfortable using urgent care, and because of insurance coverage, we see people using the emergency rooms. We see that that's the driver, or some of the drivers, with the costs being so high in this country. So what we're going to see is a lot of patients are going to demand or expect to do telemedicine visits because they've had their first visit already. They had a taste of it. It's almost like a real visit. And doctors have been thrusted into it, and they're seeing the benefits from it. So in the future, I think that the telemedicine depends on a couple factors. One, is there going to be lasting changes to the reimbursement rate so that doctors can be paid for the services they're doing? And then the other thing would be that the seamless integration with the telemedicine with their already in-office practice. And so we thought that the web-based platform that we offer gives them more of a hybrid approach, and they can recapture the growth of their company, their patient, and they can actually grow their company.
All right, well, Alan Bott-Torf, the co-founder of Teledactyl, thanks so much for giving us your perspective on telemedicine.